Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to introduce my name. My name is Wulan. I am a fifth semester student at English Education Department in Syarif Hidayatullah State Islamic University, Jakarta. Okay, this is my novel presentation for extensive reading assignment, and this is my picture. Okay, in this opportunity, I would like to present a novel that I have read. The title is Skulduggery that was written by Derek Landy and it was published by HarperCollins Publisher Ltd in 2007. And you can see from for the cover, there was a skeleton man. It means that this novel will tell you about fairy tale, story, and adventure. Okay, the number of pages of this novel is 371. Okay, let's begin. The main characters of this novel are Skulduggery. Of course, he was in the cover of the novel, so he is the main character of this novel. And then Stephanie Edgley. Stephanie Edgley was a 12-year-old girl, and why did he involved in this novel? I will tell you later. And then Gasly Baseball. Okay, from the pattern, he was so strong, muscles, and why did he hold the scissors? I will tell you. And then Tenet Law. Okay, Tenet Law was a slim, tall, and she looked strong with her sword that he is holding on. And the plot. Okay, how about the plot? Okay, I would like to tell you about this novel. The story is began from the death of Gordon. He was a famous novel writer. Okay, Gordon was a famous novel writer. Almost all of his story told about magical world and magical war. But almost all people believe that the story of his novel were fiction. Many people wrote his novel and read it, but they thought that it was a fiction story, and they also didn't believe that it was true. But they are wrong because it happened. And then, after the death of Gordon, the solicitor invited Stephanie. Stephanie was Gordon's beloved niece with her parents, Desmond and Melissa, and her uncle named Fergus and Beryl. Okay, the solicitor read the letter of will that was written by Gordon before he had dead, and what Stephanie and her parents get from the letter. Gordon gave his first mention and all of his royalties for his best-selling books, and what her aunt and her uncle get from the letter, they get a seemingly useless broth, a boat, and a car that which they both do not want. And it made Stephanie's uncle and aunt blame Stephanie and her parents, but they didn't do everything in this letter because Gordon was the only one who wrote the letter. So there was a gap between her uncle and her aunt and Stephanie and her parents. Okay, after they go from the solicitor's office, Stephanie and her parents visited Gordon's villa. It placed in the quiet area. Stephanie might stay there along the night because when they wanted to go home, her parents' car was broke, and they might repair it to the mechanic that was placed far from the villa. So Stephanie might stay at the villa by herself, and something happened and changed her life. What is that? Let's see. Oh, there is cars. Okay. When Stephanie was staying at Gordon's home, somebody called the phone of Gordon's house, and he asked Stephanie, "What is your name?" And Stephanie didn't answer the man because Who do you think you are? You called my uncle's phone and asked for my name, and then suddenly the man hang up the phone and he come to the villa and knocked the door and he took a gun and he wanted to shoot Stephanie. Fortunately, Skulduggery come to the villa and tried to save Stephanie. He shot the man and attacked the man, and then the man escaped from the villa. Okay, this is Skulduggery prison. When Skulduggery prison tried to save Stephanie, his hat, his scarf, and gloves and sunglasses were taken off from his body. And what is he? A man or a ghost? Okay. He have no eyes, no tongue, no ears, no skin, no organ. He could see, speak, and listen, and his life. And Stephanie saw his real pattern. For the first time, Stephanie was surprised to see him, but Skulduggery tried to explain her who he was. Actually, Skulduggery was a detective. He was Gordon's friend. He was suspected that Gordon had been murdered by Serpent. He was a very evil sorcerer. He wanted to have the word by herself, and he wanted to recover Skrepta. Skrepta was a dark creature and have strong magical power. And Skulduggery believed that the death of Gordon is not normal, as I told you before. The doctor said that Gordon get hurt attack, but it was not true because he had been murdered by Nefarian Serpent. For what? Nefarian Serpent wanted to get the key that he could use for recovering Skrepta. And the greatest weapon in Serpent's arsenal was his hand. Okay, when Serpent pointed someone by his red hand, the man who had been pointed by his hand would felt great pain, even he could be dead because of the attack of the serpent, just by his red hand. Okay, knowing her beloved uncle had been murdered by a strange man, Stephanie decided to join Skulduggery to investigate the death of her beloved uncle Gordon. For the first time, Skulduggery didn't allow her to do it because there was many risks for her. But Stephanie tried to make him believe that he would accept every risk that he get from the trip, and Skulduggery allowed her to join him. Okay, now Skulduggery and Stephanie went to Wordsworth's Museum to see Elder Mans. After Skulduggery accept Stephanie to join him, he and Stephanie go to Wordsworth's Museum. It was the place when Elder Mans was staying. The Elder Mage was the three democratic leaders of the sanctuary. Sanctuary was a magical word that Skulduggery lived, and Stephanie come to there, and they are the sorcerers' parliament. When there is something wrong in the sanctuary, the people could say talk their problem to the Elder Mage. It consists by Ancient Mortirius, Morena Crow, and Sagacious Tom. But their trip to the museum was useless. Why? Because the elders didn't believe what Skulduggery thought about Gordon, because he hadn't get any evidence, and the elders was too afraid to make some problem to the serpent, because serpent was a very strong magician. After had gone to Wexford's museum, Stephanie and Skulduggery went to Gesley's home. He was Skulduggery's friend. As I told you before, he was strong, he was muscles, but why he fought scissors? Because he was a tailor. Unfortunately, he also did the same as the elders. Why? Gasly decided to be a tailor because he had magic. He wanted to be a normal man, but he was acquisitioned by an elementary magic, and he never used the magic because he just wanted to be a tailor and a normal man. Unfortunately, he also did the same as the elders. Uh, he didn't believe with what Skulduggery told about the serpent plan to recover his character, and he was too afraid to make some problem to serpent because he has strong magic. And something happened with Skulduggery. He was attacked and kidnapped by a strong magical creature that was made by papers, and it was Serpent's man. When Skulduggery wanted to take Stephanie home, he was kidnapped by the creator. And what did Stephanie do? She asked Sinasoro to help her and Skulduggery. Sinasoro was Skulduggery's friend, and he introduced Sinasoro to Stephanie before they went to Gasly. But Sinasoro just tried to save Stephanie because she was too afraid to make some problem to Serpent. From Sinasoro, Stephanie knew that Skulduggery was a man 400 years ago, but he had been killed by Serpent by his hand, and he became a skeleton man because of magical spell. Okay, Stephanie begged to Gasly and asked him for help, and knowing his friend had been kidnapped by old creator, he tried to save Skulduggery. And on the way, Stephanie and Gasly met Hanniflo. She was a Mr. Bliss pupil from London. Okay, before that, Mr. Bliss told Skulduggery he wanted to send his pupil to Skulduggery to help him to solve his problem with Seraphim. She was a master swordswoman who is first introduced while battling a troll on with Mr. Bridge. Okay, then the team come to the Serpent's village, and they might work together to defeat Serpent's men. And this is the picture of them while they are attacking the Serpent's men. But unfortunately, in this moment, Gasly was kidnapped by one of Serpent's men, and he had been changed to be a stone. Then Skulduggery, Stephanie, and Kenneth went back to Wexford's museum, and they told the elders what happened to Gasly. And the elders decided to help them. They began to believe what Skulduggery had told to them. But unfortunately, Sagasiasto, one of the elder mage, killed the other elders for self-defense, so they couldn't help Skulduggery, Stephanie, and Kenneth. No. And finally, Skulduggery, Law, and Stephanie back to the palace to stop Seraphin, who get the book of name. It is the tools to recover the scripture. In the process, earlier the vice Stephanie glimpsed her own name in the book, and because Seraphin angry, his book had been glimpsed by Stephanie. He tried to point his hand to Stephanie to kill Stephanie, but fortunately, Skulduggery destroyed him by Scripture, who half recovered and breaking the Scripture's power in the process. Okay, my opinion about the novel, the point of the story that is interesting is the flashback about the Skulduggery past, because it told me what happened with Skulduggery, and the part I dislike more is when the elders mage didn't believe what Skulduggery told, because as you know, Skulduggery was what is that? He was a professional detective, and he is believable. I mean, why do I like this book? Because the words I use in the novel are easy to understand, and every character are cool. The story cool. Every character has unique characteristic, and it doesn't only miss but also teach you about the